our insurance policy to $10 million. Before I step foot on their place, I need an insurance policy for $10 million. I need workers' compensation certificates and all of this crap. And, it's... And the thing is, I said to Ange, look, and Ange said, no problem. She sent them all through. We got it all. And it's like... Really? Ange is on top of everything. I would have failed. I know. I'm...
Because the thought of it, there's no way.
This has just got
God
me.
bless Ange, man.
No, Jesus. I think she's just looking at the money and trying to keep me calm. But as I said, I would have bailed on this like 3 or 4 times so far, and it's just, it would have been a simple no. The money was there, but it's looking crap. So, Dave, how's that?
So welcome to another episode of Pull My Finger. This is the... You had no idea we were recording, did you? Adam, how you doing?
I'm great, Dave. How are you doing?
I'm good, thanks. Hey, well, this is episode 3?
This is episode 3, and this is a nostalgic... I say nostalgic because people will look back and never forget this episode, because this episode is the first episode where you and I are sitting across the same table.
We're actually face-to-face in real life, and we just recorded a fascinating prequel of our friend Craig Arthur's consulting problem in Australia somewhere. We don't even know what he was talking about. But it was
which is good, because we've always agreed not to discuss advertising.
I know. Well, they were talking about some kind of liability. I don't even know what they were talking about.
No,
his wife solved it, which is exactly the way he gets out of every problem he's ever had in life.
Yeah. Well, he's got a beautiful, intelligent. He's got a better half. We all say we have a better half.
He's not even listening to us.
No, he's looking at his email because he's from Australia, and his work day is starting at the time of our taping, which is something like 6:14 in the evening Central Time.
I don't even know. I have no awareness of the time. Is it 6:14?
What? You guys haven't even given me a proper introduction.
We're getting there. Just shut up over there.
Yeah,
right?
come on.
Dang,
whatever.
man, come on.
I have a podcast with Dave Young, and we've recorded 15 episodes.
Your jealousy needs to end here.
Hey, Dave, have we started yet?
Yeah, we started.
Listen,
Craig.
no, hold on. Listen,
sure?
Tom, this is to you, buddy.
All right.
This
Give
is
it to
Adam
me.
speaking. You're better looking than me.
This is true.
Okay? Now, I'm not going to say your family is more beautiful than mine, but I would say they are equally beautiful in their own way.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, I'm not going to put my family down because they are amazing.
No,
but so
you
is
shouldn't do
yours.
that. You shouldn't do that.
So we are on equal footing with the family. But you've written this amazing freaking book about whatever. It's about
sex.
signal theory.
Signal theory. I'm sorry. Wrong book.
One of my favorite books.
Hold on. It's nominally about marketing, so let's not talk about it.
Right. Let's just say it's a good book.
That's why I said sex.
Tom Waynick is a good writer. He's a cool guy, and I'll never be that cool.
So, you're breaking my heart.
Beautiful introduction to Tom Waynick.
Yeah. What did we learn? He's got a great family.
Yeah. Well, we heard Craig Arthur, one of our buddies from Australia, talking to Tom at the beginning of the show.
So
Right.
we have started.
Oh, we started while you were.
These Australians, I tell you, they're quick.
Jet lag still getting to you, Craig?
When do you want me to talk?
Yeah, anytime.
I think we need a timeout.
So
Adam's half dead.
So Adam gets up in a coughing fit.
Let me talk to you
That's
about coughing.
great. This is why people listen to podcasts.
They want to hear people
It's for content like this.
Listen, I got a family, and the thing about having a family, 3 beautiful boys, an amazing wife. She truly is my better half. I think we all have that in common here at the table. We're
Your
all married
wife?
to a better half. My wife. And hey, pull my finger. And here's the thing.
What are you trying to get into over there?
My
while
family's
you're
a
talking?
freaking teabag.
You got.
Oh, you're trying to get into a tea bag.
Yeah,
He's actually
listen,
making
my family.
tea.
The thing about little kids is they're a petri dish, and you get sick all the time. They just have germs on
You've
them.
got boys.
Yeah,
So yeah, petri dish. I can.
they lick anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just catch stuff. So I got like a cold, and it's June, or just bad allergies. Mm-hmm. Allergies is what you say to your friends before you shake their hand, and then cold is what you say to them later when you apologize.
Yep.
I'm just going to go ahead and apologize in advance. Sorry, guys.
So did we decide, is this episode 3?
Episode 3.
Okay, because I couldn't remember. We do them so infrequently.
Yeah, that's right. Well, we don't.
You
care
think,
that
has it
much.
been a year and a half since we started?
I feel like we did one around Thanksgiving time. That might have been our first time. One. So
I don't know. Point the mic at your mouth instead of over your shoulder.
I love you.
That's better.
Love you, Dave.
Not on air. Stop.
No,
That's better.
this isn't your marketing podcast. Hey, just because you're a cool guy doesn't mean you get to dictate our not cool podcast.
Oh, I see how it is.
Yeah, it's okay.
So did we talk about the Batman stuff?
We might have talked a little bit about it, but
On
go
Pull My
ahead.
Finger before? On the fabulous Pull My Finger podcast?
We gotta. Yeah, let's talk about it.
You're making, and I'm just comparing as to the average third world family in terms of yearly income. You're knocking it out of the park.
Yeah, weird thing happened.
With the YouTube stuff.
My kids and I, we like to make little movies. And last November, we posted a film. You were actually in town last September. Again, it's June, so do the math. We're 9 months in. You were visiting. You're actually going through a tough time.
Tom was here as well.
Tom was here as well, and Tom helped with some film work, but Tom did not want to be on camera.
No, I'm the camera guy.
Yeah, we used some of your
Camera
footage.
guy.
We did.
Well, I hope so.
Yeah, I mean, mostly my footage. But we used, I had the better camera, but I was really, let me tell you, I was really happy we had some of your footage. You shot some footage of the road behind us.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not kidding. It helped with the transition.
And I had that cool iPhone idea with the
And
fingerprint.
iPhone,
Come
that
on,
prop
give it
was
to me.
huge.
Come
The
on.
prop was huge. So when my little boy he's now almost 10. He turns 10 in a couple weeks. When he was 4, he said to me, "Dad, I want to make a movie." So I took him out and his then 1-year-old brother. Who
When
just
he was
turned 6.
4?
When he was 4. He wants to make a movie. He wants to make a Peter Pan movie. So we go to the park and we make our first little movie together. And we've been making movies ever since. We make about a movie a year. Well, they were interested in superheroes, like all kids. But I didn't really want the Christian Bale Batman to be what my kids are first exposed to. Do you know what I mean? I'm Batman. I didn't. Too violent. Too.
What are you thinking,
too-
like Michael Keaton? Or are you thinking Adam West?
I went Adam West.
Okay.
I went 1966. Adam West, Burt Ward. Had to talk to him a little bit about. I mean, it's a little dated here and there. I want them to grow up respecting women, so we have to talk about that a little bit. Women are minimalized a little bit, but it's still just great, funny, quirky stuff. Mostly G-rated, not a lot of death. And
Right. A little bit of death.
Some
well,
death?
there was some death.
Yeah, there's some death.
Somebody falls into the nuclear reactor and she dies. So it does happen. on
That's
one of
not
the first-
some death.
That's
a
death.
lot.
That's death. Well, we don't know exactly what happens to her, but we never hear from her again, Tom. Anyway, so that's how I introduced them to Batman. And they and I wanted to do our own little Batman movie. We'd done Peter Pan, we'd done Toy Story. So I ordered them a couple costumes off of online and
What's that website again? Online?
online.com. Amazon.
From the google.com.
Pull My Finger, brought to you by Amazon.com. They're not giving us any money.
No, they're not.
Stupid heads. And so we started filming the movie. Anyway, we just filmed little scenes here and there over the course of a year. And you come out, Dave, you come out in September, and you messaged me. You said, "Hey, man, I'm landing. Do you want to I can get myself to where I need to go, but if you want to pick me up, we can go get lunch or coffee or whatever." And I said, "Do you want to be in our little movie?"
Yeah.
You're like, yeah, sounds good. So I picked you up, and we went over to, and we met Tom.
Yeah.
And we all went over to the police headquarters, and we filmed our little scene outside. And a few months later, I finally posted online on YouTube, on our little channel.
The YouTubes.
The YouTubes.
YouTubes.
And now, 6-7 months later, it's up to 4 million, almost 4 million hits. We're just shy of 4 million hits.
What blows me away about that is I played Commissioner Gordon for.
You were amazing.
Well, I mean, like I'm on camera maybe 30 seconds or so, right?
You're there for a couple minutes, and let me tell you, I sincerely mean that you're amazing because you're not afraid to be goofy. You play the role sincerely.
Well, you put a play school police hat on me.
Yeah.
Helmet.
Yeah, but not everybody's up for it. Not
Yeah,
everybody
so-
gut it. You have an
To
inner
me, so
child that you're not afraid to bring
Yeah,
out.
that's fine. But
I love the visor, by the way.
I've never
I
grown.
love the visor.
Yeah, the
I've
visor.
never grown out of that inner child. But to me, the amazing thing is
Neither has Craig, by the way.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, we're filming an episode with Craig tomorrow.
You know what I'm talking about.
Well, here's where I was going with that. I'm in my 50s. I'm not afraid to say that.
Okay, I'm in my 40s and I'm terrified.
Of all the things I've done in my life, I'm in this little home Batman movie for a couple of minutes.
Yeah.
And 4 million people have watched that.
Yeah, every day between 15 and 60,000 people watch our videos.
That just blows my mind.
That's a stadium.
That more, and not that everybody is it's your kids that are the stars of it, but
Sure.
it's like it just blows my mind that that's been seen that many times.
It's humbling, isn't it? I mean, you do all this work, you create all this art. You're making glass art.
Well,
that's
that's
beautiful.
nice.
I'm writing songs and I'm trying to publish them here and there. And we both work in our careers creating stuff. And the thing that gets noticed is a silly, goofy movie on YouTube. It's a little humbling.
It's crazy. It's just crazy, but cool. I mean, it's fun knowing that, and it's fun that I was part of that.
I'm so glad you were part of it. You were kind of in a, maybe you don't want to talk about it. I mean, this is pull my finger, but you're kind of in a dark place at that time. You were going through a tough time.
That's right.
I think that was when my mother was
Your mom was
ill and dying.
Hospice had been brought in.
Yeah.
You were stopping briefly, and then you were
She
going to
did.
head.
I mean, just to wrap that up. She was diagnosed with ovarian cancer and said to my sister, as soon as she got the diagnosis, she said, "I'm going to be dead in 3 weeks," and it was 23 days later.
That's amazing. And
Yeah,
heart wrenching. Well,
So I think it was right at the time she was diagnosed that I was down here.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
you were. We went to lunch. We went to Double Dave's, which kids
Right,
got a
I
kick out
remember
of.
that.
We still talk about that. And we were with Dave at Double Dave's, and you were going through this heavy thing, and then we went and had this goofy little bit of fun. Tom was a blast. I mean, you were there with us when the kids got dressed at that weird gas station.
Oh, that's right. That's
Yeah,
right.
and you were a huge help with that. I really wanted him. I wanted him to be. You were Commissioner Gordon, and I wanted him to be the other. And I'm sorry, it slips my mind, but the other police officer. There's another key guy. Do you know who I'm talking about?
The guy that ends up being
The handsome one.
The handsome one. Yeah. Yeah.
Thanks.
Well, no, the younger guy.
Commissioner.
No, there's Commissioner Gordon, as played by Gary Oldman, by the way. And then there's another police officer who sort of helps out.
Is it the guy that ends up being half face or two face?
No, that was a former mayor.
Okay. Well, it
believe.
doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It was a riot when they were changing in there because your son, it's Milo, right?
Yeah.
Milo comes out of the. We were in a C store, and he comes out and he's got his whole little Batman outfit on and the cape, and he's standing on the sidewalk practicing the whole cape flourish.
Yeah, he's doing the cape
He's like
flourish.
grabbing the edge of the
That's
cape
right,
and
I
going
remember.
whoosh, pulling it around like
Right next to
Bat-
the case of 40 ounces.
Yeah, exactly. It was perfect. It was
The
just
malt liquor.
and I wish the cameras had been rolling then. I think I got a little bit of
You
footage
got a
of that.
little. You posted a fun little video on Facebook that somebody came down on pretty hard, but we don't have to
Yeah,
get into that.
whatever.
He always comes down on everything. For
don't
some
remember.
reason, it got my goat.
I
I'm
don't
weird
remember
about
who
my
that
kids.
was.
It doesn't matter.
Oh, is it our?
No, wait.
He's got a stone out here.
Yeah. Bert Weinstein.
Yeah.
That bastard.
What happened?
He's just being himself.
Oh, that guy.
He's saying
well,
that
when
he
he's
wants
himself.
Batman and Robin to die. And
When he's himself, he's just as obnoxious as.
He's got a small. Can I say?
He's
you
not-
can say he's got a small. I mean, on our podcast, I don't think on your podcast we can be that
we can't
honest.
say penis on mine.
He's got a. I've heard.
We won't
does.
say Apple.
I mean, I don't want him to sue
No,
me.
we don't. Yeah.
I have no physical evidence. I've just heard a lot of talk by a lot of people.
A lot of men.
Yes, a lot of men. Not a lot of women talk about it. But a lot of men talk about it.
It's mostly guys that have stood in a restroom next to him at a urinal.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just because it splashes around his feet. He just keeps coughing, Tom.
Yeah, I keep turning my head and cough.
Tick.
It's one of the.
It's a dry cough. It's kind of annoying.
We think it's one of the endearing qualities of the Pull My Finger podcast.
Yeah, it's my thing, right? I mean, pull my finger and I'll
it's
cough.
It's that podcast where that guy coughs all the time.
It's our thing.
What happened to Craig?
That's an Aussie cough.
He just
Oh, there's
I'm
Craig.
He's
So,
been-
Craig,
he's been-
Sorry,
tomorrow,
I didn't realise I was here.
tomorrow you're going to be in a little Batman and Robin episode.
Yes, I'm looking forward to it. But I'm still pushing for the featuring Craig Arthur. Or,
I'll feature you all you want.
Okay.
That's fine. It doesn't give you a bump in pay. You're
because
still
I don't want to
making
be an extra.
$0.
Don't want to be an extra.
I never said extra.
You said
That's
extra.
your
I've got it
shtick.
written here. Look, do you want me to find it? It's extra.
Do
You
I
said
really
the word
write it?
extra.
No, I said you should try to be an extra on Pirates of the Caribbean. Did I call you an extra?
Yes. You can come on our Batman movie as an extra.
No, show me. I want you to show me because I don't believe I wrote that.
Okay.
There's nothing extra about you. You're
I know.
extraordinary.
Extraordinary.
You're extraordinary.
Yeah.
I was so excited.
Really, you asked him to be an extra?
I can't believe I
man.
did that.
That's-
The problem is he's texting me in the middle of the night. I mean, because our
you're
time.
drunk.
No, I mean,
Man.
yeah, when I'm drunk and
Okay, so I'm featuring, and what am I featuring as? Or we can't divulge that yet?
well, we're
no,
not
because
exactly
this is
sure.
like our audience doesn't.
No.
They don't care.
No, I mean I'm just
The
saying there's no
episodes are
interest. If you drew a Venn diagram of the people that listen to Pull My Finger
There's at
podcast
least
and
12.
and a Venn and intersect them with the people that watch the My Little Batman movies,
There's 2.
you have two circles that don't intersect.
No, we have an intersection. There's 2 of us who
you
listen
and
to
I.
both. You
Is
and
there
I.
actually anyone listening?
No, nobody
Hello?
listens to this.
Is anyone there?
This is just an exercise.
We
in
haven't
recording.
said the name of the channel. I don't know that we need to say the name of the channel, but it's called Rockaroni and Cheese. Like macaroni, but R-O-C-K instead of
here's-
M-A-C.
Here's the thing about that. If you go watch this video, Adam makes money because you watch the video.
No, I do not.
No.
I do not make money if people watch it. And I don't want to tell people how I make money because I'm not allowed to ask people to do that. And I don't want people to do that.
Blah,
so I make
blah,
money.
blah, blah, blah.
No, I really do. I've never once made money by doing it myself. I can get penalized for it.
You know, actually, it's not about the money though. Like seriously.
No, it's about the money.
It's not
No,
the
I mean, like,
recognition.
Honestly, not to get sappy here, but what
Don't
a
get
great.
sappy.
Yeah, okay, you want some love?
I want some love.
What a great father. This guy is a really good father.
come on.
No, seriously. My kids complain that I'm in a different world. I'm in another world. I sit on the couch, I'm reading, I'm doing. This guy is making movies
Oh yeah.
with his kids. It's fantastic.
Let me tell you, we had a really. First
he's,
of all,
he's
I'm gonna
making
say,
the big YouTube dollars. That's all I'm saying.
4 million views.
Yeah, you know-
million views.
Yeah,
You know,
it's kinda
you know
crazy.
what? Some people say that every view on YouTube amounts to at least $2.
That's not true. I can tell you right now, it has nothing to do with views. It has to do with other stuff.
Gosh, he wouldn't even pay for our lunch earlier.
I know.
No, I
know.
made you guys pay, as I recall. I'm like, pay for my lunch, and I need a dessert. No, no, I am out of touch. But luckily, my kids are still little. They don't know that yet. Your kids are a little bit older, and they've discovered what my kids are going to discover. Is your phone okay?
That wasn't
Adam
okay?
just poured his water all over the table.
That
So
might not be
if
water.
there's any crackling electronic noises, it may not be water. So we may.
It didn't get that wet. Is it okay? Anyway, so my kids know. Your kids are a little older, so you're telling me they've kind of caught on to the truth? My kids are still too little, but they're catching on.
Wait till I hear this in 5 years' time.
What's that like?
That's like I don't exist.
That hurts, huh?
It's part of life. I mean, my oldest is 14, almost 15, and
Yeah.
you know, she's into friends and that whole thing growing up. As we were talking about, the 10-year-old is a blast. I mean, that's the age, right?
Yeah, my old.
Hey, but look, she'll be 14 in no time, and probably the same type of deal, and that's life, and I'm okay with that.
I think that's around the time your oldest starts to need you again, though.
Probably, yeah. That's what I hear from this guy over here.
Yeah, from Dave.
Yeah,
What age?
18.
well, she'll be 18.
Yeah, that's the. You know, here's the thing. I'm not going to say anything.
Keep it real, Dave.
Then-
Yeah, break it down.
Come on.
I've
come
got
on
one. As we record this, I've got one getting married in about a week.
Wow. Seedlings turn overnight to sunflowers, blossoming even as we gaze. Sunrise, sunset.
Oh boy.
Wow.
My dad sang that at my
So
wedding. Go ahead.
really,
Yeah.
really.
Truly. And it was beautiful.
That's funny.
Dave, do you want Adam to come to the wedding and
Yeah, I
sing
want
that-
Adam to
sing
come.
that
I
song?
thought he's saying for lovers only.
So, yeah, what's going through your head?
Oh, that's funny. So, I don't know what we were talking about. Kids.
You were
getting real.
You were getting real. You were breaking it down.
real.
I was using humor as a deflection.
Do you feel the need to deflect right now?
Yeah.
Are you kind of crazy about this? I mean, where is your brain right now?
About what?
About your daughter getting married.
I'm happy for her.
Good. Are you happy for him?
I'm happy for him.
Good.
It's a good choice.
Good guy.
He's a good guy.
Good guy. All right.
Yeah.
For the record.
For the record, he's
For
a
the
good
record.
guy.
What's
Yeah.
his name? Phil.
Don't
First
put me on
name.
the
First
spot.
name.
Shane.
You don't know his name? Shane?
Shane.
It's probably like Steven.
It better be Shane. He's got a brother named Sean, I think.
There was a great
boy.
guy named Shane in The Walking Dead.
Craig, come on. I mean, what do you think of that?
No. Listen. If his name is not Shane, this is never going to be.
This will never air. No, his name is Shane. I don't
Now
care
a
how
break and a word from our sponsors.
Listen to me. If you need a foot powder, there's one foot powder you need. It's called This Will Stop It From Itching Foot Powder. And most of the time it does stop it from itching. Although sometimes it causes hair to grow in unexpected places. Also anal leakage. Go to thiswillstopyourfootfromitching.com.
No leakage.
So talk about the wedding plans. I mean, that's stressful. That's a stressful gig. How involved are you
please.
as father of the bride?
Please go from anal leak to wedding plan.
How involved are you as father of the bride?
Well, here's how involved I am. I'm going to walk her down the aisle.
You're walking her down the aisle. Don't talk about ass play right now.
I'm going to
You're
put
going to walk her down the aisle
and put
as
her
a father should.
and probably put her hand into Shane's hand. That's
Nice.
the plan.
Very nice.
Very nice. And that's pretty much your involvement.
I've been trying to stay out of it as much as I can.
You're a wise man.
You know, I've got 4 daughters. And it's a drama. Leading up to a wedding is a drama-filled thing.
Sure, yeah.
So that's all I'm going to say about it.
So that's why you're here and not there?
Oh, good observation.
That's why he's on medication.
You've come here to relax before the wedding.
I thought it was
That's
to
right.
see you, Craig. You've had a lot of friends come get on a plane because you're not on this part of the world very often. A lot of people wanted to come out and get to spend some time with you.
It's cool. Thanks. So it's not just it's
the
not just
accent.
me.
No, it's the accent.
It's the accent. So
The
you're not
accent
just
is-
escaping to come down here and relax. It was to
No,
see
no,
me.
no, no. Yeah, this is
cool.
just to come see you, and you know, I become cool
I
by
didn't get an
association.
invite.
I feel like Tom just
Did you get an
brought up-
invite to the wedding?
Did. We are sending a gift, by the way.
Oh. Did you get an invite, Adam?
I didn't
Thanks.
get an invite. There was a
didn't want the
time I
mirror
heard
to
his
Whitney.
kids love my music.
Yeah.
They love my
CD?
CD. I don't know if that was Dave just trying to make me feel good or what, but I didn't get it. I don't really know his kids. I mean, I wish I did know them. I feel like I know them a little bit from Facebook, but I haven't had the pleasure yet.
They're great kids.
Craig, I don't know why you didn't get invited.
No, you told me why.
We feel bad. We went to Courtney's.
Yeah.
We couldn't make it to this one. So, I mean, we've been talking about
So you got an invite.
I did get an invite.
He was at my first daughter's wedding.
Yeah, we
Hey,
cut the
Craig,
rug.
Tom got an invite.
Remember?
I'm going to invite you, Tom, and Adam to Bridget's wedding.
Lovely. I can't wait. Bridget is a lovely.
But not me.
Oh, Dave, sorry, mate.
What's your name again?
Lovely daughter.
Yes. No, Dave, you're invited. Yes, you can be one of the...
How old is Bridget?
9.
And she's got somebody in line already?
No, she's building a house in the backyard.
It's been arranged.
We've got a little time.
Yeah.
Listen, can we talk about this? Tom brought up your accent, Craig. And of course, it's funny because where you're from, you don't have an accent, but you're here, so you have an accent.
Yeah.
No, where he's from, everybody has an
Yeah,
accent.
everyone.
Yeah.
But they don't know it.
I've discovered how to become special. It doesn't take any ability whatsoever. Get on a plane, fly for 24 hours, and end up in Austin, Texas. Because I just sound different and stand out to everyone else.
Well, I was going to say that who's got the best voice, the sexiest voice, the
No, that'd
coolest
be me.
voice, the most beautiful voice on the radio? That would be you. Or on the podcast. Ooh,
On the podcast.
call it radio. Podcast. Oh, God.
See, he doesn't even say podcast. He says podcast.
Podcast. Would you like to
Can
dance?
we all talk
or dance?
Australian from
On the
now on?
podcast.
It's my only chance.
No. I
No,
think Dave's
can't
got
do it.
You and Dave, Adam, you and Dave have got the coolest voices. Tom looks the sexiest.
He does. He looks the sexiest.
So, yeah, he
I'm
looks
looking at him
Which
right
comes
now.
over really well in a podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Taste for radio.
That's
Yeah,
right.
No,
Podcast.
he's
Sorry.
Podcast.
Damn it.
Podcast.
Podcast.
Dave, you and I have, what I just heard is you and I have the faces for radio.
That's right.
And Tom's got a face.
So how do you just, as a newcomer and being an Australian, and I'm sort of fairly ignorant to all this, how do you end this and where are we going? With
We're not
this
ending
podcast?
it. It never
Yeah.
ends.
Well,
Podcast?
it's called pull your finger.
Pull your finger.
You know that.
That's
you know
the
that.
end.
You know
Because I've
that,
only, I
Pull
came.
each other's finger.
you know this. You know that phrase. Do you know that phrase? Pull my finger.
Did you have an uncle who told you
Yeah.
to pull his
That.
finger?
No.
Hey, pull my finger. Pull it. Pull it.
Gotcha.
No, seriously.
So
pull
this
it.
is the.
Chain
Where is
reaction.
this is a podcast about.
Just happened down under.
Adam and I started this podcast
Podcast.
a couple years ago. It's about nothing. It's about nothing. It's just
Funny because it's
we-
poo.
We get together. We get together once or twice a year, usually on Skype, and record an episode.
We get together once or twice a year.
That's it. That's exactly it.
The idea is it's kind of a worthless bastards podcast in a way. When you think about it, we don't put any effort, any forethought into it.
No, other than the fact that there's 2 empty bottles of wine and a couple empty beer cans sitting on the table,
And some wine soaking into the table where Tom spilled it.
and then we decided, hey, let's get
Wait,
out
I
the
spilled it.
recording gear and
Yeah.
record a podcast.
Yeah.
Well,
A podcast.
Podcast. Cost.
I'm actually here for the Worthless Bastards masterclass, and I think this is it.
Well, the instructor arrived today.
Where's the bum wine? Wait, that was last episode we talked about bum wine. Okay.
Yeah, we can't do that.
Wait a minute. Worthless bastards, you're asking where the podcast is going. That means there has to be a purpose.
Good point. Sorry about that.
man.
No, there's no purpose.
There's no purpose.
Well, my man Craig here, I picked him up from the airport, and
Yeah?
he told me part of the reason you were here, Craig, you told me, was because you've been working too hard. You needed a break. You needed to lower the anxiety levels,
That's right.
blow off some steam.
Amen.
So stop asking stupid questions. It doesn't matter where it's going. All right? Get in line. Come on. Be happy. Don't worry.
Okay.
Get in
Don't
line.
ask where we're going. Just jump in and hang on.
I'm hanging.
How was the flight? Give us some details. Just what was the worst part of the flight? Because it's never.
Getting up at 3:30 in the morning.
No
To
way.
leave. Yeah.
You mean getting up at 3:30 in the morning was the worst part of the flight?
Yes.
It wasn't the lavatories in the.
It wasn't the
airplane?
smell. The big smelly fatty?
It was a pretty much uneventful, smooth, comfortable, good flight.
What were you on, business class?
No, I was on drugs.
Where'd Adam go?
Touche.
gone to the-
He every now and then he leaves for a coughing
What?
fit
What time do
And
we
to
have
go-
to drink?
and
What
to
time are we
go,
drinking whiskey?
and to go dunk his tea bag.
What time are we drinking
He
whiskey?
can't focus.
No,
I needed
well,
tea. I needed tea.
This guy can't focus on being worthless.
I just needed tea so I wouldn't keep coughing so much.
Yeah, but that's not real tea, is it? That's like herb stuff.
I
Is it
really
float
am
tea?
truly worthless. I work very
Hey.
hard not to work.
you guys interested in a project?
Oh, it's herb
It sounds
tea.
like work.
Well,
I'm in.
It may be some work.
What's the
We,
project?
we mentioned Bert
Weinstein?
Bert Weinstein.
Boy, you screwed up there.
I know. I didn't say his full name. But down by the Bert Weinstein pissing stone is the tight ass bench. It's also
It's-
named.
You want
Guess
to rig
what
it
it
with
is?
toilet
It's all
paper.
It's all beat
flat.
up.
It's
But
all
you-
broken apart.
You want to
except
rig it into a working toilet for women.
The metal framework of it is sound.
Okay.
And all we need are some metal or some wooden cross pieces, and a toilet seat,
I'm in.
and we can turn that into a.
Seriously, Adam and I shouldn't be near power tools.
Why? Why is that?
Tom's right about that.
You really have to ask?
I don't have any power tools.
We don't qualify as handy. Unless you're
Me
talking
either.
about our
I'm
ability
I'm
to.
allergic to handyman stuff.
Yeah, all our tools are owned by my wife. It's true.
Really?
But I'm still in.
I'm in.
We can do it.
I'll watch.
Yeah.
Supervise.
I-
We'll
I-
supervise.
We'll,
We're
yeah.
gonna-
we
so-
can do that.
I can help us drive to the nearest Home Depot or Lowe's.
well, I think we should steal a toilet seat from somewhere.
Roy's office.
Yeah,
Yeah, Roy has one in his own.
there's one in there.
There'll be
His personal bathroom.
Yeah.
one toilet on campus will be
Game
minus
of
a
Thrones.
seat.
Winter is coming.
That's right.
Winter's coming.
Well, we may have to
You
do
know
that.
nothing, Jon Snow.
You're dead, Jon Snow.
Spoilers.
Sorry.
He may not be. There's a lot of hopeful fans
yeah,
that think
yeah.
he's going to be brought back to life in the next season.
I saw a lot of blood in the snow.
John.
Saying.
A lot of blood come from the snow
Yeah, just saying.
into the snow. That was
Craig, you look confused.
Do you watch
Game of Thrones,
in
guy?
Australia?
No?
Australia.
Oh, you're missing out.
Sonia does,
Yeah?
but a lot of it's sort of pirated. That we
Well,
now
you
have.
guys are all going to
We've
prison.
now got Netflix, finally, but it's only a minnow of what you have.
Really? They don't
So
give you
I
everything?
think no. So I think Game of Thrones people can get it, but I haven't. So I started to read the books.
Oh, good plan.
Yeah, that's a great plan. I hear
I've read the
there are a
books.
lot
They're
of
good.
words.
A lot of words. They're big.
They're big,
books.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But now the book and the TV series are pretty much caught up to each other. And I guess the TV series, I mean, you wouldn't feel like it watching the show. There's so many characters, but they've left a lot out. They've had to.
Right.
Oh, they've changed a lot of things.
Yeah. So nobody knows where this last book will go and where this last season will go.
Well, I'm watching the poor man's Game of Thrones. I watch Vikings.
I've watched some of
No,
that.
I
Vikings
couldn't
is
get
good.
into that.
It
It's
is
good.
Really?
Yeah.
All right,
it's
so-
good stuff.
Here's my interesting personal story about Vikings.
Break it down, Dave.
All right, here we go. My daughter Darby has done some family research,
Family research.
and the main character's brother Loki, is that right? Is apparently one of my ancestors.
One of
What,
your
that guy on the show?
ancestors, yeah.
He's a Viking.
The guy on the show is one of your ancestors.
No, the guy he plays.
But he's not one of the Avengers' enemies.
Loki?
That's a different
Wasn't
Loki.
he? God,
See,
really?
the nice thing about this is
How does that work?
I can turn
does
Adam's
that work?
microphone completely off,
How does that work?
and Tom's.
How did you trace that back?
I can turn Tom's microphone and Adam's microphone completely off,
How does-
Craig.
how
And
does
so
that
now it's
work?
just you and me.
Good. You know, an interesting fact, Dave, because they're your ancestors, you would know that Vikings never really had horns on their helmets.
No, I know.
And they didn't have helmets with horns.
So these guys.
It's a fallacy.
These guys have They have no. See their microphone. See this? See that
it says,
It says 0. Adam's microphone and Tom's microphone are now at 0.
boy, the people that listen to this, the whole
Oh,
thing.
there aren't people.
This is a time capsule.
What do they do for a living? Do you know?
They don't have jobs.
No, because we're all
People. The people that listen to this do not have jobs or any kind of gainful. They actually don't have prospects of any kind of gainful. Did you want to? I'm sorry, Adam. Did you want to say something?
You know, you're missing some of the best audio gold ever. Cutting me off, censoring me.
Yeah. Well,
Platinum, thank you, Tom. I don't know if you heard Tom call what I say platinum, but he said it.
he said it. He's not always right.
No, but he always looks good saying it.
Well, that's true.
He's right a lot.
If I was a man, I'd want to look like Tom.
Isn't that the truth?
Wah, wah.
Even if I was a girl, I'd want to look like Tom.
That sounded like a cut, like a deep cut. A girl
wasn't
with like 5 o'clock shadow, I mean, you're about as manly as. Oh my God, what are you doing? Oh, I'm glad this isn't a video podcast. I'm frightened. Help me, dear God.
I never should have turned their mics back up.
No.
I don't know. You know, we're like 36 minutes in. How long do the Pull My Finger podcast
Anywhere
last?
from 30 minutes to an hour. I mean, listen, this has been a very satisfying episode. I think it's time we record an episode of the Boring Marketing Show, of which there are 15 other episodes. But this is episode 3 of the Pull My
He's
Finger
so jealous.
podcast. I am a little jealous.
Well, we came here with the mic so that we could make him a guest on the show. We could change our minds about that.
That's fine. Listen, I got people who love me. It's shocking to me too. I know, but
I know,
sitting and
you
just
can send me away.
you just sit in his big bathtub full of YouTube bunny.
You can sit there and whine and cry.
Scrooge McDuck. Scrooge McDuck. Just bathe in the money. The
As he
dirty,
washes
dirty
with
money.
green.
Oh my gosh, I love laughing with you guys.
I love laughing with you too.
I just
Hold
love
me.
you.
Are we gonna hug it out?
Yeah, let's hug it out. We got places to go. We got things to do. What do
We do.
I got whiskey to drink.
We're
We
going
got
out-
whiskey here.
Yo,
we're running late here. Yo.
We need to get
We've got-
whiskey. So it's goodbye from me, and it's
Goodbye from me.
All right, thank you guys.
And pull my finger.
You know, I just want to say, Dave, it was great talking with you again and our friends here, Tom and Craig. It's been great.
It has been fun, and I'm sorry you're not invited to the whiskey thing.
It is true. I was not invited. I didn't want to go, but it is funny when you're not invited. You're like,
Yeah.
oh, man, Daniel doesn't love me. It's cool. I've never been one of the cool guys, but I do like hanging out with
You're
you
always
guys.
one of the cool guys in my book.
Thank you, Dave.
So
Feelings
let's just stick a fork in it and call that another episode of the Pull My Finger podcast.
Sounds good to me.
And I'll upload this to the wherever I upload things to.
YouTube and SoundCloud
Look for us on SoundCloud.
and YouTube.
Yeah, have I done that?
Oh,
YouTube?
yeah. That's where we've gotten most of our listeners was YouTube.
I don't pay attention to listeners.
You usually put goofy pictures up.
Okay.
So,
Well, let's be sure and take a couple.
okay, thanks, guys. This has been beautiful. Hey, Tom's got his pants out, everybody. His
Tom's-
pants are done.
Oh, if his pants are done, I guess that's the end of the
Yeah,
podcast.
this you walking around in underwear has been alarming and arousing.
So, no, hey, you know, Tom, your microphone is off. It has been for a while now. He liked it.
I did like your Speedo, and I
right.
did laugh when you asked me that because it's funny because it's true.
gnarly little ball of
I don't know what Craig's talking about.
He's talking about his bowls.
His bowls. He keeps
Talking about his
losing them.
bowls. He's going down under.
All right. Hey, thanks for listening to another episode of Pull My Finger, and we'll try to do another one this year, maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe in August.
August would be good.
All right. Take care.